of the kind of wonderful comeback with Mimiki against the side of Feyenoord. That was a Dutch club, not mobile in the UEFA Champions League qualifying games and not mobile. They are back into the main run of, games on the ball in this particular competition. But so what check Jose Mourinho with meeting against Dutch clubs, it is actually superb. 15 games no about Dutch clubs, and then he has been able to win about 10 games against Dutch clubs on any other level. Meaning, say, whenever Jose Mourinho be share Dutch clubs behind, he is able to perform. He beat the side of Ajax in the grounds of 6 consecutive wins at Oshia. The side of Feyenoord also has become the likes of 5 consecutive wins at Oshia. Vitesse Ayam has become only 1. So meaning, say, the favorite clubs are Jose Mourinho Oshia in Europe when it comes to the European competition. Otimi Shomo has been the side of Dutch clubs at Otimi Shomo very, very well. But so we're checking the history of Fenerbahce. Anytime beyond a particular code in our football club name. At that same kind of season when Timmy and the Turkey League and Famono or Mutimi Sakano and football club no. But then looking at Nkoma Ekoso currently as you speak with Fenerbahce and the likes of the president of Fenerbahce nature say Jose Mourinho will extend at least 2 years contract, 1+1 contract with Fenerbahce in the next 2 seasons to come. Meaning that Ali Koch is actually destined, so Betima extended the contract of Jose Mourinho to become the new coach, and also will also continue to become that said coach at Otto Tonyama Edema Fenerbahce in this particular season. The last time Omo Saki coach went to me Anya said Jumana Famomo was Didi in the latter part of 1970s and then 1980s. So it tells you say Jose Mourinho to me extended the contract of Fenerbahce in the long presence of 43 years. Fenerbahce FA coach, so when Timmy and did the Turkish league and found Pamono, this particular man will break that particular record for the football club called Fenerbahce for themselves. But I will check Jose Mourinho and now one they know here for that particular comeback and because of his identity and the charisma and the kind of rotational experience in most of the clubs with my coach Ediaman as a football coach and even most of the clubs with me Ayediamomo. In the side of FC Porto in 2004, he was able to win the Champions League with that kind of squad that not so many people were seeing this kind of football clubs normally underdogs in the UEFA Champions League competition. But Onoke out with the side of Manchester United went into the final beating AS Monaco ultimately winning that particular UEFA Champions League. In that subsequent season, he came to Chelsea, defied all odds in the 50 years and not Chelsea Football Club into the English Premiership. He was able to win the Premiership back-to-back on many competitions that Oyusu Chelsea Football Club Edemo penetrated in that particular history. Even with the second spell, he was able to win the English Premiership for the side of Chelsea Football Club. Also Inter Milan. Now, I have very, very, very difficult for Inter Milan to win the UEFA Champions League and even Serie A. But he went in, make sure, say, with the side of the Italian Serie A and Obe Conca, when it comes to UEFA Champions League in 2010s, Obe Conca, and then when it comes to the Coppa Italia, he will also win that competition for the side of the Inter Milan. So we need trouble within that season for Inter Milan at Real Madrid Football Club. Obianim said the kind of points we need the La Liga. In that season, that kind of history, Real Madrid, he was able to win with 100 points. Real Madrid Football Club, that La Liga in that particular season. So, in most of the records, it tells you, say, when he comes into your football club, the unusual things that ain't been cool from a football club, he can easily turn things around and then he can maneuver himself and make sure that the club coach the amount or best sacrifice a lot of things for the football club. The commitment level is very high. The identity and the kind of passion of what the map football players, especially with the club now obe coach the amount, he will do everything possible. Say or the BB with Tottenham Hotspur or qualify the League Cup final in the long years in any other cup final and the English Premiership. But he was able to do that particular record for Tottenham Hotspur. A day is an uncle they League Cup final and a more permanent football club with AS Roma. He did that kind of unthinking moment or the AS Roma edged that particular European competition trophy AS Roma back-to-back with Sandomko into the finals of this particular competition. It tells you, say, Mourinho with Fenerbahce, Ali Koch has seen something special about this particular man, and then he wants to extend his contract. After the early 70s and early 1980s, did the every football club no call, he has been close to about 43 years in the absence. So who be coach? That's all about Fenerbahce. That's when to me and J trophy or meet my palm with that particular football club. So Ali Cock extended Jose Mourinho contract, they didn't call a 1+1 contract. Edmar Mourinho, he will break that particular chain in terms of the recorder. Fernerbahce Football Club. Also, they only take a league.
Aye.
Obeji.
But it's true.
Obeji.
Why got us are for with you?
Obeji.
Why got us are too?
Obeji.
But it's true.
Oh,
that's some rice.
Why got us are too?
Obeji.
And I'm also cry Champions League. I don't qualify.
Oh, so yeah,
That's a tough game.
Oh, Mourinho will qualify so simple.
Hey, my true. That would troll. I don't want to come on the
What the next week? Say next week and next week.
Miss won't be your movie.
Oh, the ever
shop.
Yeah,
take league, you know, Papa, they can't take league road to venture. That's 80 way out. What's my money? I'm one deal.
Okofa now fullback now.
Fine.
As Chenko. Often about that now. You Mourinho G League at trophy game off in the batch with that now. But DIABY, I think the PSG Football Club will meet against Tottenham Hotspur. Didn't too much because of time or the amame. But then so here in the history of Tottenham Hotspur. The last time we moved in this particular competition, it was called the European Cup final. They met against Atletico de Madrid in the 1962-1963 season, and they were able to beat them. Again in 1974, all those who meant to me winning in that particular final. But as I will track the back, the number of years at Tottenham Hotspur, it's into that particular record. It tells you, say, Omunya that kind of clubber, or bit my catcher, or say, Omu a stranger when it coming into this particular competition in the final. Already, PSG Football Club, it's cemented that particular position. Add the UEFA Champions League, add the trophy, the champion, add the French League, add everything in football. But then, except Club World Cup or Omutorso in the second runners upper, ain't me on board the side of PSG Football Club. The job for Luis Enrique is simple. He needs to cement his authority as a complete coach, which mastered that particular record for PSG Football Club. As a Spanish coach, even using FC Barcelona, he was able to win a lot of trophies with them. And coming to PSG Football Club, also winning a lot of trophies with them. The side of Thomas Frank, this will be a testing moment in his career because of, say, the new project now that the Levy person shall say with Thomas Frank now, it will be an ultimate moment to convince the management and the technical board of Tottenham Hotspur as the reason why Thomas Frank and Tottenham Hotspur say the new generational project of this particular football club no. When you check about this kind of midfield between PSG Football Club and Tottenham Hotspur, PSG has already established a dynasty kingdom within their midfield. I remind me back with the Casemiro, Luka Modric, and then Toni Kroos midfield of Real Madrid Football Club. The same thing of Sergio Busquets, Andres Iniesta, and Xavi Hernandez of FC Barcelona. So we'll check the midfield of PSG Football Club, Omoba Efe, Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz and João Neves are that kind of midfielders at any moment in time. We might command a lot of opportunities in that particular. On boy total dominant football, it control the midfield. It is up to the midfield of Tottenham Hotspur to make sure someone the side of Moises Caicedo nature in their midfielder, they can easily do it. But Jao Pahina, they will need that kind of momentum now from Bayern Munich Football Club. So coming to Tottenham Hotspur now, the league or in the match against PSG Football Club, it will be a testing moment for him. Because meeting against Vitinha, meeting against Fabian Ruiz, meeting against João Neves in the midfield, it will take that interceptions and recoveries and most of the blockades to initialize the plans of these three midfielders of PSG Football Club. Sanya Sadia, so PSG take over in the midfielder. PSG Football Club will overtake and win against Tottenham Hotspur.
Mate, me da se pa my show no. Ye be ba na masa mama video be ba me nin komo we bra quick. Na ye be din komo ne adia. Ze be ya nse school ba wo nzo training with man you da. Nya abotre ma me ba. Ma me ne Shadrack nkom da. Na me mo United fans na enjoy the kakra. Shadrack be aboko de.
We are do senior.
Nya ma sheye pa.
E sheye.
Mo wa cho nya so nya no.
Oh.
Ne wa nye
easy what say you real kakra. Say the last one message